C is going to be numbers of carnations. R is going to be number of roses that we buy. And D is going to be the number of daisies. And that might seem a little redundant, but I really think it helps once we start writing our equations. You guys, if we got 3 variables, here's what I'm going to tell you. And we need 3 equations, okay? Now, and I think that this gets a little confusing. If we ordered 200 flowers in total, anyone have any idea what one equation could be?
C plus R plus D equals 200.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know how many carnations, roses, and daisies that we got of each of them, but I know in total we got 200. So we got C plus R plus D is 200. Great job, Tuck. So we've used this number, Tucker. We're never going to use 200 again for any of my equations. 200 is gone, people. Psh, psh. Okay, carnations cost $1.50 each. Guys, did I make up these numbers so that our answers would come out nicely? Yes. If you're paying $5.75 for a rose, you're going to the wrong place. I'm not trying to make April's flowers seem insane. I just wanted your numbers to come out nicely. Daisies at $2.60 a piece. Guys, hop on down to Tarpey and grab yourself a daisy out of the ground, okay? Don't pay $2.60. They ordered mostly carnations, 20 fewer roses than daisies. Total order came to this many dollars. How many of each type? Anyone have it? So here's what I will say. Money all goes in one equation. What could be my money equation? I la la la. 150C plus 575R plus 260D equals 500. Perfect. I la la la. We used all my money in one equation. I'm never going to use those numbers again. So good, I. Anyone know how we could do this one? And I'm here to say, this is the part that most people mix up. And on your homework for tomorrow in class, there's one of these that we're going to put the minus 20 with the wrong one, I promise. What do you think, Lil?
I think it was it wouldn't deal with.
What are we saying?
Let's do minus.
D, you're going to say D minus 20 is my R. And it says 20 fewer roses than daisies. So it's saying, yeah, I got to take 20 daisies away to equal how many roses we got. That makes sense, right? Okay, to then talk about what we did yesterday. That third one, what variable does this third one not involve? C. So you guys, if they already eliminated a C, let's continue getting rid of C's. This third one doesn't have a C, so now I want to get rid of the C between my first and second problems. We okay with that? Okay, I don't want you to do substitution. It's going to be horrible. How could I get rid of my C with my first 2 equations? Multiply by negative 1.5, you guys. I'm going to take that top one and multiply by negative 1.5. We're going to get our calculators, and I'm going to write negative 1.5C minus 1.5R minus 1.5D is negative 350? It's negative 300, not negative 350. Come on. Thank you. This is my first equation. I want to add that to my second. Now, could I be, Amelia, if I go to my labeling my work better, right, Emil? If that's A, B, and C, I'm a little leery to use A, B, and C because we have like C as a variable, but I think you feel me. I'm doing negative 1.5 times my A, and I'm going to add it to my B. You guys down with that? Negative 1.5 times my A, oops, and I'm going to add it to my B. I just like to kind of write my work. So I'm going to bring my B down. And let's see if we can get the same answer when we add those up, you guys. I got this when I added those up. We doing okay? Okay. This right here involves the first and second equations. Have I involved the third C equation yet? Chloe, I have not. My Chloe equation, I have not. Can I involve, Brody's finally going to be happy about this. Brody, can I involve C into this because this is A and B? Brody, could I do substitution here?
Yeah, probably.
Here, Brody, I don't mind it because my R is already by itself. Could I go plug in D minus 20 right there? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
You down with that?
Mm-hmm.
So now I got 4.25 times my D minus 20 plus 1.1D equals 289.5. I'll see you when you distribute and what you guys get. Wow, once I did that correctly, thanks to my man Oliver, I'm getting 70 what? Daisies. Daisies are cute. 70 daisies. What can I do with that to figure out any other variables? Oh, you're like, couldn't I just do that right there? If D is 20, I don't want to plug it into A or B because I got too many variables. But if D is 70, 70 minus 20 would be my R. So we're saying roses. We got 50 roses. And then which would I rather go to? First or second to get how many carnations? First, because we don't want to deal with these decimals. 70 plus 50 is 120. 200 minus 120. 80? Yes. Shonda is investing. We love investing money, people. We love investing money. Ooh, $24,500. That's a lot. She had made, $1,300 in interest. And those accounts are making 4%, 5%, and 6%. 5.5%, my bad. Interest. Interesting. The amount of money in the 4% account was 4 times the amount of money in the 5.5% account. Whew! And she had this much money to invest. Okay. What do you think my 3 variables would be here? Yeah. So it seems a little redundant. So do we want to go X, Y, and Z on this? I don't care. Okay. So X is going to be the amount of money in the 4% account. Do you want to write that for all of them? No, I get that you might not, but so you might write that for X, and then maybe just like Lily said, you're like, all right, then we got 5%, and then we also have a 6%, and I'm not going to write amount of money for each of them. I'm okay with that. 3 variables mean we need 3 equations, y'all. Whew. Anyone have any idea what one equation could be? X is the amount of money in a 4% account. Y is the amount of money in a 5.5% account. And Z is the amount of money in a 6% account. She's like, okay, well, I've got 24,500 to put in all of them. So she said, let's go ahead and do X plus Y plus Z is 24,500. That'd be a nice amount of money to invest, if you ask me. To your point, Tuck, what if we said 0.04x? Because 4% as a decimal is 0.04, right? So that's saying 4% at this amount of money being invested at 4%, and Y amount of money being invested at 5.5%. What would that be as a decimal? Yeah, 0.055. And a lot of people put the O in front of the decimal, which I think is great. A book would always do that so that you don't miss the decimal. I just get lazy, and I often don't put a decimal. I just put the decimal. What a lazy bum. And 0.06Z. So getting that different interest in my different accounts is going to get me how much interest? 1,300. Well done.
Is there not a 1?
Love it. Ooh, this last equation is like what Lily helped me with on the last one. We got to make up some numbers, people. If the amount of money in the 4% account was 4 times the amount of money in the 5.5% account. Ben Richardson, how much money do we have in a 5.5% account? Any number in the world. Make it maybe like ends in a 50 or 100. Oh, okay. 40 or 400. 40. Okay. Ben is thinking small, and that's okay. Ben, you're saying the amount of money in the 4% account. Ooh, okay. Was in the 4% account, you're saying that we have $40. Woo! $40 in that 4% account, okay? And that, it says the amount of money in the 4% account is 4 times the amount of money in the 5.5% account. If we've got 40 in the 4%, what would I have in the 5%? 10, right? Because it says 4 times the amount of money in the 5.5%, 10 times 4 would get me that. So do I want to say 10x equals y? I'm sorry, 4x equals y, or 4y equals x? 4 times 10 is going to get me 40, so 4 times y is going to get me x. Good job, you guys. 4y equals the x. Okay with that? I think that's the hardest part of this, in my opinion. Okay, people. Whew. What variable are we not dealing with in the third equation? Z. So let's stick with it. Boop. Let's get rid of the Z's. Lil, here we go. Here we go. I could just change the problem. Here we go. We're getting rid of the Z's. In my first two equations, A and B, C already doesn't have a Z. So get rid of the Z in my A and B. Do not do substitution. What are we going to do to A to get rid of my Z's, Miss Chloe?
Multiply A by negative 0.06.
Yeah, pretty gross. It'd be pretty gross, but we got calculators, so we're strong. We're going to multiply A by negative 0.06, says Chloe. And then I'm going to add that to B. Beautiful. So I got negative 0.06x minus 0.06y minus 0.06z equals, let's see if I can actually do my math right here, 24,500 times negative 0.06 is negative 1470. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Thanks, Bray. You are just being my sunlight today, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, glad to do.
If x is 4y, woo, I'm going to go substitute 4y right there. And by doing so, we get negative 0.08y minus 0.005y. Those decimals might lead us up a creek. When I combine those, negative 0.085y, and then when we go to divide it, we just hope. When I divide negative 170 by negative 0.085, oh Lord, and we get, anybody get 2,000? Woo, $2,000. $2,000, what does that mean? We're investing $2,000 in that 5.5% account. How could I go figure out my next one? She says if my Y is 2,000, go plug it right back in there. 2,000 times 4, you guys? 8,000 in my 4% account. And how am I going to get my last one? Yeah, that top one, I'm going to basically just do 24,500 minus each of those. 8,000 minus 2,000. Are we putting in 14,500 in my Z account? Does it kind of make sense to put the most amount of money in the one that's making the biggest interest? Yeah, but if you are investing your finances, this is called diversifying your account. You don't want to put all your money in the one making the most because they're also the riskiest. Everyone would put them in the making the most if we all made the money, but you're not always going to make the money. So that's why you're going to diversify to make sure we're still making some chump change to go get that Porsche you want, you know? Anyone have any ideas of what our three variables would be?
X, Y, Z.
X, Y, and Z, and they're referring to angles, the small, the medium, and the large, maybe angles. I like that. So I'm going to say X is the small angle, Y is the medium angle, and Z is the large angle. Don't forget that little angle symbol if you don't want to write the word angle. That's a little angle symbol. Looks like a less than. Okay, we got to think backwards. It says a triangle has one angle that is 5 degrees more than twice the smallest.
X minus
5 degrees more than twice the smallest. 5. Oh, wait. Silly me. You guys, I think I just misled us. If we're saying X is the smallest, get rid of your Y and your Z. You guys, actually, we just have 3 different angles that look at how they said it. It's all in reference to this smallest angle. So we're actually just going to use X. Let me go on. Like you just said, what did you just say? 5 more than. 5 more than. Yep, exactly. So she's saying, oh, my medium would be, it says twice the smallest, 2X, and then 5 more than that. So I'm going to add 5 to that. We okay with that? This is different than what we've done. The largest angle is 11 degrees less than 3 times the smallest. 3X minus? What? Beautiful. That's why I wanted to do this together. Good call. Okay, peeps. So now you're like, well, what do we do with those? Anybody? Yeah?
all triangles equal 180.
Yes, you guys, what do the three angles, a small, medium, and large, add up to in a triangle? 180 degrees. So what would I write? Girl, so good, girl. So good. So do we need two other equations? Sure don't. We had one variable, one equation. Here we go. How many x's do we have? We can just add them up exactly, Hayden. 6x minus 6 is 180. 6x is 186. X is therefore 31. Thanks, Hey. Hey, Hayden, how big was my smallest angle? 31 degrees. How? Because that was just x. How am I going to get my medium angle, you guys? What is 31 times 2? Plus 5? It's beautiful. No one said it. No one said it. Wow. 3 times 31?
Brody actually was.
3 times 31? 93 minus 11. 82. I just wrote 88. Didn't mean to do that. When I take my 3 answers and I add them up, we best be getting 180. Let's double check that. Boop.